All right, airport recap from the World Team Trials. We're flying home tonight, but we had to recap an incredible set of World Team Trials finals. I actually want to start, I'm going to mix it up. We're starting at 86.
You guys can start at 86, yep.
Kyle Dake, Carter Starace. It's a 3-3 final with Kyle Dake winning it. A lot of discussion, but before we get to the controversial final sequence, what did you see in that match, John?
I mean, it was kind of what I thought it was going to be, that it was tactical, low scoring, not a lot of offensive attacks fired by either wrestler. Dake gets in, he finishes, Carter doesn't get in until the end. So it kind of was what I thought it was going to be. I feel like we'd get a similar match to that. Maybe if they wrestle 10 times, you get that match almost 10 times.
So crazy close match, and then at the very end, there's like 6 seconds left on the restart, and Starace is able to finally get in deep, gets in deep on a shot, lifts up on the double leg, sets him on his side, sets Dake on his side. Dake is hung on a chest wrap, sat up, and 2 is the ultimate call on the mat. It obviously was going to be an internet challenge either way. And so they end up challenging, they look at it, and I spoke with the review referee afterwards, just asking for the explanation and what they saw there. And essentially, Kyle Dake holding in that chest wrap, not hitting an elbow, not breaking 90 degrees, or not posting a hand down is the reason they said it was not a takedown for Carter Starace. And in fact, Kyle Dake was the winner, 3-3.
Yeah, and it doesn't take away the controversy. It doesn't take away the opinion of people think, well, no, that should be a takedown. But it's like, okay, well, that's what the official, the review says, and so that's kind of like what you have to go with. But that is wrestling, right? It comes down to just the smallest margins, and in the main event, it's amazing that that's what decided the match, and that's what we're going to be talking about maybe for the next week, 2 weeks, or however long to come, just how close of a match it was.
Absolutely. We'll go back down to 65 kilograms where Real Woods continues to score and score and score. He looks fantastic right now, taking out Brock Hardy in a match that Real did what we've seen him do a lot of times, jump out to a big lead. Brock Hardy had some answers, but it was not enough.
Yeah, every time you kind of thought, well, maybe Brock Hardy's going to get back into the match, and then Real was able to get a takedown or get an exposure. And so, super impressed with Real.
Yes.
Curious how he's going to do against someone like Joey McKenna, who is able to hold such good position, able to wrestle hard for 6 minutes. But it feels like Real is just kind of getting his feet under him, and his potential feels like really high.
Yeah,
at 65 kilos.
I thought he looked unreal this tournament. I thought he looked really good at the U.S. Open. This performance does not surprise me. And right now, my thought is he is the favorite against Joey McKenna.
Wow.
I really feel that way at 65 kilograms, 70 kilograms. Oh my gosh. PJ Duke really did it. He really beat Antrell Taylor, Ridge Lovett, and Bryce Andonian back to back to make Final X against Yanni.
Yeah, we knew he could. We knew his super high potential, but the question was he going to be able to do it? Was he going to be able to run the gauntlet? And he did it in a match that really competitive, and where so many times the thing we talk about with PJ is his offense, his power, how he's able to blow through guys. Tactical match also really displayed some incredible defense against Bryce Andonian.
Defense, heady, understands the mat well, moves well, good defense, underrated athlete for sure, much is made of his brawn. But this guy's a thinker, he's a great tactician, and I think he's going to be able to absolutely challenge Yanni Diakomahalis at Final. It's a real contrast in style. Yanni is as slick as they come, great motion, great in the scrambles, and then you've got PJ Duke, who looks like he just wants to get in a fight with you, beat you up, and he does.
Yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see the game plan both those guys have going into that match with the Clash of Styles.
And for Yanni, thinking about his leg attack, I'm moving forward a little bit, but I'm already thinking about Final X. Yanni can take those shots, and he can just kind of hang there and get stuck. The go-behinds for PJ Duke are really, really impressive. So I'm excited to see the tactical battle there, as well as just the overall competition there. And then you go to 74 kilograms. It was a slow starting David Carr in every single match, but in every single match, he had a better second period than first, and he takes out a tough Jared Jacques to make it to Final X versus Mitchell Messenbrink.
Yeah, 2-0, so low scoring, but there was one position specifically where he gets in, looks like he's going to work through for a score, and they blow it dead. So I don't know, maybe if it was officiated a little different, maybe you see David Carr score a little more points, but all that to say, David Carr comes out on top. Impressive performance by Jared Jacques.
Yeah, he looked really good, and I'm excited that we're getting the rematch of David Carr versus Mitchell Messenbrink. It was a great U.S. Open match. You know, even though Mitchell blew him out, you could see the adjustments to be made for David Carr, and we'll see if he can make them. Mitchell Messenbrink right now is certainly the man to beat for Team USA at 74. Then you go to 79. It was really all Levi Haines. It was 2-2 kind of early on, and then Levi ran away with it against DJ Hamady, getting revenge from his NCAA semifinals loss.
Yeah, Levi Haines looks really, really good. I think his style plays a little bit better to freestyle.
Yeah, I agree.
Which is kind of weird to say because we haven't seen him too much on the freestyle scene, but he's able to use his power. The way that he was able to threaten on the edge, I think that was a big difference. He was able to get underneath and really pull in Hamady, and then he put the pressure on Hamady. Hamady starts taking bad shots. So I'm looking forward to Levi Haines wrestling Evan Wick at Final X.
Yeah, I think Levi has a great shot to take out Evan Wick and make his first senior world team at 79. And we already talked about 86. It's going to be Zahid Valencia, Kyle Dake rematch at Final X. And speaking of adjustments, Dake's got him to make for sure.
Yeah, he does have him to make, but as you say that, I think who can beat Kyle Dake 3 straight times? Who can beat the Kyle
That's
Dake?
what he has to do.
And so that's what Zahid Valencia has to do as well. So, man,
He doesn't have to win 3 straight, but he's got to win 3 out of 4.
He won U.S. Open, 3, and then he's got to win. So I don't know. I feel like Kyle Dake's going to win at least one of those matches. I think that series is going to 3.
Yeah, that would be epic if it did. And at 92, Josh Barr did what a lot of people thought he could do. Wins the trials here, taking out Aiden Sinclair in a match that was also really close, and then Barr pulled away at the end.
Yeah, that's been Josh Barr kind of all weekend, really his career.
It's his calling card.
Really good motor, and he separated as the match played out against Aiden Sinclair. But a competitive match, really think highly of Sinclair out of,
the announcement. It's just part of it, this is authentic.
But no, I was saying just really think highly of Aiden Sinclair based off of his performance at the U.S. Open and here at the World Team Trials. I feel like Sinclair definitely he's going to be at U20s too, the U20 World Team Trials. So more to come from him.
Yeah, a lot of winning for Aiden Sinclair. It's tough that his last 3 tournaments, he's got second in all 3, but man, he is wrestling really well. Can't wait to watch him in NCAA level next year. Then we did 92, so now next up is 97.
Before we go, how do you think Josh Barr versus Trent Hadley is going to go?
I don't know, man. I think, Josh Barr getting in on the legs of Trent Hadley is going to be the biggest challenge, right? And the heavy hips. And it's just a different sort of thing. But if you think Trent Hadley is a daunting favorite, I can't say I agree. I think it's very much in the margins. I think it's winnable for Barr.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good way to put it. I think Trent Hadley is the favorite, as he probably should be, but super competitive.
Absolutely.
Super competitive.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can't count Josh
Sorry,
Barr.
I cut you off from your 97.
Not at all. Not at all. Hayden Zillmer takes out Jay Aiello. Kind of some interesting calls in this match that, Brandon Slay took issue with the caution and won for Aiello.
He almost did the Mongolian. He came out to the center of the mat.
Came out to the center, but he stayed fully clothed. But yeah, there was that interesting 2-2 call. But either way, it feels like Zillmer earned the most points there, even though it ended up, I think, it was like a 3-3 final. Zillmer gets it done and did what we thought he could do, dropping down from heavyweight to 97 kilograms. And now we don't know what's going to happen. Is he going to wrestle Kyle Snyder? Is he on the team? These are things we don't know. So a lot of speculation is that Kyle is not going to wrestle, but it's just that. It's speculation. There's nothing set in stone. So yeah, more to come on 97.
Yeah. Hayden Zillmer, he battled, right? That was like the kind of the sequence that Brandon Slay was upset about happened early in the match.
Yes,
it
very
wasn't like
early.
It happened at the end.
No.
So he still had to hold position, still had to wrestle for another 3 or 4 minutes after that. So,
yes.
But yeah, I'm curious to see what plays out with Snyder.
Yeah, very curious. And then heavyweight, 125 kilograms, Trent Hilger dominates Demetrius Thomas. Big win there. And what else can you say other than nice performance by Hilger? Had it all working.
Hilger looked really good. He had his offense going, counters, but looked great. But he's got Wyatt Henderson at Final X, and that's a whole step up that is in front of him June 14th. So Wyatt Henderson, big favorite, but Trent Hilger made it to Final X.
There's birds here.
Should be celebrated. Yeah.
We're done. See him?
Right there.
Louisville. It's an indoor-outdoor airport. It's time for us to go. We got a board soon.
Yeah.
Let's get lined up before we say goodbye. Look at Tyler. Here, let's see if you can see. Just that's what this guy does.
Yeah.
He's just the man.
He's not all looks.
He's not. No. This guy's got grit.
He can also bear crawl faster than anybody I've ever seen.
Yeah. More to come. FRL Monday. Make sure you're there. You need to be on Monday. I don't know if you're.
I'll be on Monday.
Okay. Tyler, you're gonna want to see this video. That's called a tease.
Bear crawl video.
Great World Team Prowls. Time to get on our flight. Thanks. See you next time.